Hey guys, and welcome. As there are a lot of changes happening around the skills consistently, I decided to let BSG rage a while before releasing an update. With 0.12.4.6616 released, I took another go at the skills. In today's video, I will be covering some updates to Assault Rifle, Endurance and Recoil Control. Before we jump in, please give me a follow on YouTube and Twitter. If you found the video helpful, then do not forget to give it a like. Thank you very much. Let us begin with Assault Rifle. I spent approximately 2 hours on researching Assault Rifle. I was reloading an SKS on a fresh account, counting the skill gain per reload. In the beginning, the reload time takes you about 3.6 seconds, which later on, the higher your skill is, will reduce. Because of different times, server lag and desync, I decided to calculate the time needed solely on the 3.6 seconds, which comes down to about 48 hours that you would have to spend in raids. That said, it takes you about 2 minutes per raid and up to 1400 raids in total. I was reloading my SKS until there was no noticeable skill gain. However, after 34 rounds reloaded, I ended up at 6% in the exhaustion phase and 13 reloads further at 1% with no change to my skill. The total skill gain was at 3.3 skill points, consuming the 2 minutes. The end of the boost phase was after 7 reloads, while the normal phase ended after another 7 reloads. So if you are only interested in using the boost and normal phase, then reloading your SKS 14 times should do the trick. This would then net you with about 2.4 skill points. The average skill gain per reload therefore is at 0.097 skill points per bullet, and overall will cost you 47,909 bullets to get the skill to max level. I did repeat the skill gain for Assault Rifle for 17 raids, always leaving the raid to reset my skill. While this assured that my starting point was always 0, possible skill points that I could have been awarded with due to desync or lag from the server side were not counted. If you have any further questions for the Assault Rifle skill gain, please write it down in the comments, message me on Discord or chat me up when I'm live on Twitch. So let's move on to Recoil Control. My tests were with 5 different weapons, where as usual I included the PB pistol, comparing it to an AKS-74N, a VSS, the SVD and an HK-416. The testing method for all guns was to shoot 1 bullet and then record the change until hitting the normal phase. From there I would shoot bullets until a change occurred. I did repeat this test for each weapon for 3 times while disconnecting from the raid after I was done. Again, possible skill gain that I could have been awarded with by the server due to lag etc. obviously is missing. All weapons used did not net me any skill points after reaching 6% in the exhaustion phase, however I kept firing until I hit 0%. With the PB pistol, my skill gain ended after 71 bullets fired, netting me a total of 3.4 skill points. I might want to add that I also went into a 4th raid for the PB, shooting exactly 71 bullets to confirm the skill gain and to make sure no lag was interfering while checking the skill tab. The boost phase ended after 15 rounds fired and the normal phase after 14 rounds. The skill gain from both rounds was at 2.4 skill points. While the boost phase gave me a total of 1.4 points, this is exactly the amount I was recording before any of the patches, and therefore no change was visible to me. The big change to leveling Recoil Control is the fact that you reach the 6% in the exhaustion phase after 71 rounds fired, while you previously had to use 169 rounds to get to 31%. This results in a reduction of the skill gain after the normal phase ended and giving you way less skill points than before. With the AKS-74N, I had to fire 94 rounds, netting me only 3.2 skill points, which is 0.2 skill points less, and averages at only 0.034 skill points per bullet compared to 0.047 for the PB pistol. The VSS gave me the worst results with 3.1 skill points at 121 bullets fired, while averaging only 0.025 skill points per bullet. The best results gave me the SVD with 46 bullets fired and 3.4 skill points, coming down to 0.074 skill points per bullet. However, compared to the price per bullet of the PB, it should be obvious that this is not the best choice, especially at the beginning of a wipe. Also at 3.2 skill points, at 88 bullets fired, the HK also is not a viable option to level recoil control. However, the average skill gain per bullet is slightly higher than the one from the AKS-74N at 0.06. The table shows the total rates and bullets needed to get the skill to max level for each weapon. As tested with previous pistols and rifles, the PB seems to be still your number one choice for leveling the skill. The last of the skills I want to discuss for today is endurance. In order to research the skill gain for endurance, I did a mixed test on 2 accounts, where one account was level 0 on both skills, while the other had endurance on level 16 and strength on level 12 already. I also did 2 different tests comparing a mixture of sprinting and walking versus just walking. In the sprinting and walking test, I tried to use my sprinting capability as long and often as possible within the given time frame. I recorded the skill gain walking and sprinting, and walking from 1 to 5 minutes, and for walking for another 6 minutes. For the first 5 test runs, I disconnected from the raid while I extracted for the 6-minute test. I did repeat each time frame 3 times and got mixed results every time. I concluded that my starting value for the higher level account must have been a little higher than 14.7. However, since I was stopping the time manually, and because sprinting often gives you mixed results, since I could not time each sprint for each phase exactly the same, getting different results was naturally. I went with the following table, that is the average of what I got from the 3 times doing all walks and sprint walks. While my starting value always was the same, I got mixed results for the shorter periods. However, 2 out of the 3 times the sprinting did net me a little more skill points. My assumption that adding sprinting to your walking would only benefit you if the time span was shorter per raid was correct, as all runs did show that from minute 3 the skill gain was the same. Because when leveling endurance, walking under 4 minutes would not make any sense, adding sprints to your leveling method therefore would be obsolete. Although endurance skill gain is based on your time spent moving around, a higher strength and therefore movement speed as well as sprinting seems to affect it at lower time spans. The level 0 account had similar results, and interestingly enough, did net me the same amount of skill points after 5 minutes versus my account with way higher strength. All tests were done without the 40% boost that you could enable in your hideout through the air filter, which would increase your leveling speed because of the time you would have to spend in each raid. Assuming that you would only spend 5 minutes per raid walking while gaining 2.8 skill points on average, it would take you about 1660 raids and therefore 138 hours to get the skill to max level. As of this moment, it would be beneficial to reload your SKS and then switch to another weapon during the 5 minutes walk per raid to maximize your skill gain on skills. You could also try to walk and shoot for a third skill that you can level. The 138 hours are of course only the time that you need to spend in raids. Your matching time for the 1660 raids adds up on top of the 138 hours. I was able to see a medium reduction for the skill gain of endurance, however, assuming that you spend 5 minutes per raid and have 3 minutes matching time, this would allow you to get 7.5 raids per hour and therefore 21 skill points. This is about the same as before, since with endurance you would not use more than going down to the 50% exhaustion phase anyway. Alright guys, let me know what you think about the changes. Does it affect you in any way? If you need any help, again, follow me on Twitter and Twitch or join my Discord. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Stay safe. Much love guys. Bye bye.